For the non-basketball one, or non-football one, what do you think of the basketball team making the big dance?
I saw something that was said like 28 teams had a team make a bowl game and make the March Madness bracket. I think that's really awesome. I think we got a pretty good draw. I'm excited. I hope we can go get that done. Do we play Thursday? I got hope in the guys. I know Max Rice, he's going to have a big day, Tyson, so wish him the best of luck.
I know you guys went to a couple games down the stretch, but what's some of your guys' relationship like with the basketball team? And I gotta assume it's good for both teams when the other team's doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, it's good for the culture, for the donors. Honestly, when both teams are doing good, it's good for the city too. So I always root for those guys. I know they root for us. I get along with a bunch of them. Saw Max play at BK at the rival high school all through high school, so it's awesome seeing him perform like he is.
What are your goals for this season?
My goal is to play in whatever role they have me play. Like we've been running a lot of two-back stuff. Been talking about some third down things, and just really ready to step into that role and be able to do it at my best of my abilities. Coach said they're gonna ask some different things of me to do this year, and I said absolutely, I'm ready for it.
Did you guys do much two-back stuff last season?
We did towards we had it really depended on the game. In the first half of the season, we really didn't run that much, and then as Cutter started taking over and everything, we started to address it, and Hamden's kind of played off of that.
Gosh.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Bush's offense and Bush the coach?
I think Coach Hamden's an awesome guy. He knows a lot about football. He's coached a lot about football. I saw something that he got interviewed for the Chiefs OC, so that speaks alone about his knowledge of the game and everything. And I think he is really going to take a lot of this talent that we have and take it to that next level to be a top team in the country like we were before.
If you had to scout yourself, what would you say are your strengths as a running back?
My strengths as a running back, my number one thing, and what they always ask me to do is pass pro. That's the biggest thing. Third downs, come in, identify the right guys, and I can run the ball really well. So we got a lot of running backs who run the ball really well. So it's an awesome room to be in, and yeah.
You're a local guy who walked on here, earned a scholarship. A lot of local guys have walked on here in the last 2 years. What is your best piece of advice for those guys?
I just say take every day for a grain of salt. It's just such an awesome opportunity to be here. A lot of guys lose that focus. Scholarship guys, non-scholarship guys, they lose that focus as you're here day to day. And just the opportunity we're blessed with of being in the building every day and take it for the opportunity that it is.
How has camp been going for you so far? I know George still isn't on the field. I'd assume that means you're getting more reps. And how have you been liking it?
Absolutely. It's been awesome. Us and the defense, running backs and the defense have been getting after it a little bit. So it's awesome just being able to step up and take those reps that I can and help some of the younger guys too. Spring's a time where we can get everyone some reps and get some of those younger dudes in there. So it's awesome to teach them and help them grow as well.
It seems like every time you get your opportunity, you make the most of it, but you maybe haven't gotten as many as you would like. How do you look at your role, and then when George says he's coming back, and then you kind of look at how much am I going to play? I mean, how do you kind of look at where you fit in at things?
Like I said, whatever role they want me to hop in, if that's in the two-back, if that's on third downs, I'm going to do it to my best ability. And like you said, make the most of it and perform like I can.
Where was Ashton grown the most over the last 6 months?
I would definitely say pass protection. That's something as a running back, it's tough when you come in as a young guy. It's a lot of different moving parts. Defense, especially our defense, we have guys moving all over the place, and he's really taking that next step of identifying blitzes and picking up blitzers. It's obviously physical enough to do it, and he's taking the next step mentally to do so.
I think I saw you in a commercial recently.
Oh, yeah.
You're a guy who's local and has built a brand and gotten NIL opportunities. What have you done to kind of do that?
The biggest thing about brand building, I would say, is just being yourself. I'm always authentic, and all the times I get to meet people and times I get to interact and socialize, if that's with CEOs or my teammates or anything, I just try to be myself throughout this whole process.
Go ahead.
What's your impression on the line this season? How are they doing?
It's awesome seeing a bunch of the guys coming back. They're doing really good. They're building some really good, dependable depth. There's some good guards. The guard position is stacked, so it's awesome seeing how many guys we could get rotated in on the blue and oranges, the ones and twos. Yeah.
I saw you were one of the horsepower winners already this year. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the new strength staff?
Oh, they're awesome. They definitely bring a lot of juice. We especially in the winter, we were getting after it in the weight room. They've really pushed us mentally and physically, and you could tell the difference in spring ball.
How different are strength staffs from staff to staff? I mean, how different is this staff from the staff you guys were working with last year?
It's crazy. I've actually had 3 different strength staffs, and all 3 were like pretty different. So it's just different sort of workouts, different philosophies, different. It's wild how much, like, I don't know which one's the right way or which one's the wrong way, but how much things change from staff to staff.
So what would you say is this staff's philosophy?
We had like a lot of shoulder injuries this year, so we've got after the shoulders and the back the most during the off season, trying to prevent that.
You've also had 3 running back coaches, right?
Yeah. And I had this could be my 5th coach. Yeah.
And running back?
Well, I came in as a linebacker. I had 2 linebacker coaches. Now my third running back
Okay.
coach.
And I believe you can learn something from everybody and help your game because everybody sees things differently. So how different are running back coaches?
No, like you said, I've taken bits and pieces of each coach and added it to my game. I think Coach Jamont was a offensive line GA, so he's really like locked in on pass protection and run. He really knows like the in depth of just a running back position. So it's awesome to like hear his point of views, and he loves getting on the board and drawing stuff up. He's really on the board guy, so it's awesome learning from him in these opportunities.
You look at who's in your room, who's back at receiver, what Talon did. I mean, how good could this offense be?
We've talked about that before. We definitely have a lot of talent. There's a lot of good young tight ends that are stepping up this spring. I think the sky's the limit. Ultimately, it's on us. The only people who could stop us is us, and go from there.
What do you do, like, now that you mentioned it, there were a lot of, like, shoulder, arm type injuries. Like, what do you do to injury prevention to that area?
We were just trying to build up, like, muscle and flexibility of the area and just, like, do as much as we can preventive work because
Gotcha.
that's just as important. Like, your best ability is your availability. So just all that preventive work that we do to try to prevent those.